Army Dad is consulting with a specialist for his highly autistic son. After describing his son's behaviors, this doctor offers to let him stay at the facility free of charge for the entire summer to work with him in a setting that can limit his triggers. But Army Dad says poppycock, and that since the world will never be trigger-free, the answer is to expose his son to more triggers to toughen him up. Flash forward, and Affleck is one of those House MD type savants, a brilliant accountant who helps desperate people while being very rude to them, as shown by him creatively finding large deductions for these struggling farmers while also insulting her homemade jewelry. His secretary asks if she can set him up with her daughter because I guess zero charm or social skills is just her type. He completely ignores her request and shuts the door. As a thank you, Farmer Family lets Ben practice his sniping in their yard, which is odd. Ben gets an assignment from his handler to find missing money at this big robotics company after an issue was noticed by Anna, this junior accountant. When doing accounting work, Ben opts for filling every glass window in this boardroom with financial data, as opposed to using a computer because that just wouldn't make accounting look as cool in a movie. And as a person who's highly triggered when puzzles can't be solved, putting all his work in a position to be easily destroyed seems unwise. Back in the past, Army Dad is watching this martial arts trainer whoop both his kids. The trainer says he feels strongly that these kids have had their butts whooped enough for one day. Dad says poppycock and tells him to keep whooping. This is certainly one way to deal with a special needs child. Not sure why Mom wasn't down to stick around for this plan. Ben comes back to find his data being erased and the CEO saying that the job is off because his best friend, the guy who hired him, took his own life in anticipation of being caught for taking the money. Two gangsters now have the Farmer family hostage while Ben is outside playing with his sniper rifle. Their plan is to have a frightened woman call him into the house. I'm no assassin, but there had to have been a better plan than this. They quickly learn that trying to take someone out right at the end of their daily sniper rifle practice session wasn't the brightest idea. Ben saves Anna with some kung fu and takes her to his trailer filled with lots of really cool, expensive stuff. He then takes her to a hotel, and is she shooketh from the home invasion and assassination attempt she just survived? Not really. She's more focused on how nice a hotel room Ben got for her, reading it as a sign that he must be into her. Her arousal peaks after Ben flexes the savant skills.
What's 298,567 times 92?
27,468,164.
Right.
I guess, in this case, E equals MC squirt. But right as she tries to smash, he realizes that the missing money from the books must have been an old scheme where you go public, then re-inject the money to rapidly boost the stock price. Ben will later pass on the open layup because this is a nuanced movie. Bernthal plays an assassin shown periodically throughout the movie. He took out the CEO's best friend and the CEO's sister right before Ben got there. Now, he's at the CEO's home, guarding him from Affleck because he's actually the one behind all the missing money. And if you're the kind of person who thinks about all the flashbacks featuring a brother and the fact that Bernthal is the only other white guy of a similar age in this movie, then you probably aren't going to be too impressed with the shocking twist at the end of this movie. You may also wonder, why would a CEO hire an accountant to fix his books so that he can commit fraud, but not actually let the accountant know that that's what he's there to do? Like, your plan was for him to find the fraud off the guy who hired him, then fire him and hope he just forgets about it completely so you can go public? Anyways, Ben goes Steven Seagal on everyone, during which Bernthal says random special ops tough guy stuff to himself.
You ever see a match grade round traveling 3,000 feet per second go through a window? Nobody does.
Then Lithgow goes off about how all that embezzlement and stock manipulation would have resulted in game-changing money towards his important scientific research. Even though that doesn't make any sense because what he's doing takes money out of the business and puts it into his own pocket. After Ben caps him, the movie shows that Ben's handler, the one who arranges all of his jobs with cartels, shady businesses, etc., is actually this severely autistic, nonverbal girl from the flashback at the beginning. And while some may see inspirational representation, all I can see is that a person with a serious medical condition got turned into Charlie from Charlie's Angels all because a strict military disciplinarian rejected medical advice on father knows best intuition, then paid someone to beat his son until he became a superhero.